Today we're ranking the wizards on a tier list. Now, there's a lot of wizards in this game. You would think for Wizards of the Coast. Oh boy! It's going to start us off with Azami, Lady of the Scrolls. A classic, absolute classic card. 5 mana for a 0/2 human, but has tap and untap wizard you control, which means it's not affected by summoning sickness. All right, tapping the wizard is actually just the cost. You get to draw a card. That's super value if you can get like a lot of wizards onto the battlefield. As simple as that. Now, another thing that you could do, there are a lot of infinite combos with this card. Whereas if you draw a card and then like for example with Mind Over Matter, discarding a card to untap it, you can loop through your entire deck. So Azami, great card. The only problem with it, very expensive. High on the mana cost, not very pleasant on mana cost. So I think we can't put it S tier. But you know what? We can put her A tier. She is a very, very strong classic card. Love her. All right, next up, let's look at a little different. Fugitive Wizard. This card's useless. Fugitive Wizard. You know what? It's even worse than that other card. What is that other wizard that like morphs for like 8 mana or something like? It's an 8 mana wizard. Anyway, with Fugitive Wizard, we have a blue 1/1. Does nothing. Literally nothing. It enables human and wizard decks. Okay, I'm going to tentatively put this at D tier. It could be C tier, because there are cards that are just worse than... They're better off in your hand or not in your deck than to even be in play. Rated Lax, thank you very much for your super chat. My personal pet, Commander Giora the Gitu. Giora. Oops, my Gioria of the Gitu. This is a 3 mana 2/2 human wizard. Pay to exile a non-land card from your hand. Put 4 time counters on the exiled card. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. That's it. This is a very funsy card. Exile target not. So basically, it's a means of casting cards that might be a little too expensive to cast. But it has to be a non-land card. Put 4 time counters. So you basically just wait 4 turns to play the card. I have a feeling not very good. Not bad, though. You have to be in a very, very slow game in order to make this work. We'll put this in the B tier. Because you need the time. If you don't have the time, then don't do the crime. But if you're going to commit a lot of crimes because you have the time, all right, go with the Giora of the Gitu. Next up, Prophet of Krufix. Is that the banned card? Prophet of Krufix. It is the banned card. 5 mana 2/3 human wizard. Untap all creatures and lands you control during each other player's untap step. You may cast creature cards as though they had flash. This card super powerful in Commander, arguably broken. Super worthless in one-on-one Magic. I mean, absolutely doesn't see any play. I mean, I would have never heard of it if it wasn't for Commander. So the Commander's power level is going to push the weight of this card up by a lot. But I'm only going to put it into the A tier because outside of Commander, this card's really bad. And I don't think I've ever heard anyone play with this card ever. Ever, never, never. Meme Brule, Watcher of Tomorrow. Let's get through them cards. Sorry, it's Watcher for Tomorrow. What do we watch out for tomorrow? We're going to be there anyway. 2 mana 2/1 human wizard with Hideaway. This creature enters the battlefield tapped. When it does, look at the top 4 cards of your library and exile 1 face down. It's not so some sort of card advantage. And when it leaves the battlefield, put the exiled card into its owner's hand. So pretty clunky card. Is card advantage. It will be utilized possibly in a blink deck. Also is insurance if it dies. So I mean, you could blink this thing. You could or flicker this thing. If it dies, you're going to get the card. The downside is it's a 2/1 creature, so it's very, very, very small, but it's affordable at 2 mana. So I think I can put this in the B tier. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. And you know what? If a good wizard deck can make some good use out of this, I think it has some potential. Toilet Duck with Terra, Magical Adept. There's a lot of Terras. I want the magical adept kind of Terra. Oh, this also is a it's a wizard and it's a human warrior. All right, this is a 3-mana 4/2 human wizard warrior. Enters the battlefield, mill 5 cards. Oh, this is the new one. Put up to 1 enchantment card. Milled this way into your hand as transfer 6 mana, exile Terra, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Okay, so we are immediately getting value. It's got to be an enchantment card. And then the backside for 6 mana. Oh, is the 6/6 Saga. Create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a Saga, put up to 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. And also for Chapter 4, you add double Wooburg. Oh, and then we bring it back for more value. So you're not completely guaranteed to get a card out of this because it does have to be an enchantment card, although I assume that you're going to be building this card around enchantments. I think it has a little room to prove itself to be really strong. I am going to hesitantly put this in A tier, though. It's very cheap. It's 3 mana. It basically fills your graveyard. It can turn into a much larger creature. So there's a lot going on for this thing. Arguably, it could be higher. With more time, maybe it's an S tier level card. Next up. You want the Scornful Egotist on here? Scornful Egotist. Okay, wait, immediately. An 8 mana 1/1. It's actually Human Wizard, by the way. It's been errated. Okay, this is definitely a level of D tier. See, the Scornful Egotist makes Fugitive Wizard look so much better. Just looks so much better. Quiet Man with Niv Mizzet Visionary. Oh yeah, all the Niv Mizzets are wizards. Which one do we want? The Visionary. The 6 mana 5/5 Dragon Wizard flying. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards. Wow! That's actually pretty good value. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage. So if I just bolt someone, I draw 3 cards. I think that's fantastic. The only downside is it's 6 mana. I sort of like it. Sure, I can put in the A tier. I sort of like this card. Okay, Kagan with Kadric the Kindler. You know, Niv Mizzet reminds me of Swans of Bryn Argyle by a lot. If anyone knows what that card is. All right, Kadric the Soul Kindler. This is a 4 mana 4/3 Dwarf Wizard. The legend rule doesn't apply to tokens you control. You can have as many legendary tokens as you want. Whenever another non-token legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control, has to be a non-token. You may pay 1. If you do create a token that's a copy of it, that token gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So it's affordable. I don't know why. Is the point of this so that we can copy our Kadric? Is that the whole idea? Make Kadric and copy Kadric. Oh, by the way, when you... Oh, no, it's, yeah, whenever a non-token legendary enter... Okay, so you have to... Oh, the idea is to keep having doubles of legendaries on the battlefield. Well, I have to admit, the price is right, but this makes the deck sort of clunky. So I'm going to put this in the B tier. This is Jura quality over here. Welcome, Jura. To Kadric! Does it flip or anything? No, it doesn't flip. So many cards flip these days. Lewis with Celes, Rune Knight. Great with Persist creatures. Oh yeah, this card is going to be amazing. It's a 4 mana 4/4. Enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards. You don't have to discard your entire hand. You can just discard the crap cards you want to discard. That could be Reanimator strategies. That could be lands, excess cards that are just completely useless for the current game state. Then you draw that many cards. +1. Whenever one or more other creatures you control enter, if one or more of them entered from a graveyard or cast from a graveyard, put a +1/+1 on each creature you control. I think this card is insane. I think this card is an instant classic in the making. S tier. I think it's awesome. Next, John. We did Azami. It's right over here. I'm sorry, John. You've been I wouldn't say you got sniped. I mean, it was the first card of the show. I'm gonna donate your card. I'm gonna donate your donation. We're going to Bell, Harbinger of the Seas. Is this card seeing any play in like Commander? It seems like sort of an awkward card to see in Commander because all your non-basic lands turn to islands. So I mean, it doesn't destroy your lands, but needless to say, no one's going to be happy to see it on the board. So it's like it's a very unfriendly card to play in any play group. C's playing all the other formats so that can be played. Look, it's already banned in Historic. 3 mana 2/2. It's a wizard. It's a merfolk. Truth be told, there are more non-merfolk decks playing Harbinger of the Seas than there are all of... You know, if you took all the non-merfolk decks, they completely dwarf the number of merfolk decks playing Harbinger of the Seas. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Harbinger of the Seas, S tier. Super powerful card, super flexible. Just don't play too many non-basic lands yourself, or play a lot of basics. Or run your Sveilun deck. Well, you know, that's... I expect the merfolk decks in EDH will play Harbinger of the Seas. I do expect that. We want to do Magus of the Moon instead. You want to do the other moon. All right, let's do the other moon, John. You got it. Magus of the Moon. Which is also a wizard, weirdly enough. 3 mana 2/2, non-basic lands or mountains. And I think this card is going to tick up a little bit because of Urza Saga. It now interacts very favorably with Urza Saga. This card is equally S tier. For the same reasons as Harbinger of the Seas. The only downside to Magus of the Moon compared to Harbinger of the Seas is red is a pretty common color for removal spells. So when you give your opponents mountains, well, crap. You know, they can still cast those removal spells. Whereas when it comes to Harbinger of the Seas, oh, your Steam Vents is now an island. Well, good luck playing Lightning Bolt on this thing, you know? So that's the balance. Was Harbinger of the Seas a player-made card by... No, it wasn't. It might have. There was a lot of people who called for a blue Magus of the Moon. It's hard to tell who in the community actually had influence on Wizards of the Coast. Urtai Wizard Adept, a classic. 3 mana 1/1. It is a wizard. Even says so in the text box. 4 mana tap, counter target spell, play this ability as an interrupt. I have to say, these days this is just really, really clunky. It 3 mana for a 1/1. Still got to pay 4 mana. You need to have the 4 mana up to counter your spells, but it still sort of does something, I guess. Just not what it used to be. I used to play that card a lot. C tier. C tier for Clunk. Oh, that should be the name. C for Clunk. For the Clunkaroonies. Next super chat we have from Elixir. Lear. Disciple of Drowned. Lear of the Drowned. Not the Alchemy. Well, I don't like looking at the Alchemy cards anyway. 5 mana 3/4. Spells can't be countered. But that includes our opponents. Okay, each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. So this really isn't being played in a Wizards deck, right? This is more of a some sort of like Storm deck. I don't see any reason why anyone would play this card outside of a Storm deck. Each instant and sorcery card, yeah, it's got Storm all over it. C tier is Clunk and D tier is Dud or Dunk. Okay, Lear is a super powerful card. I don't know if it's S tier worthy, but definitely at least A tier. Is there like a CDH deck playing Lear? Let me know in the in chat or in the comment section. The Red Scout as Morano Martagadasna Kuldakar. See, I don't even need to look at the screen to pronounce this. See, as Morano Martagadasna Kuldakar. When it came out, I practiced for like 2 hours, and now it's in my brain for forever. A 3/3 human wizard, as long as you discarded a card this turn, you can pay a red or a black to cast the spell. That's important because there is no casting cost on this card. When Asmorano enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Sack 2 foods, target creature deals 6 damage to itself. Don't be hurting yourself, creature. And of course, the card that gets the Underworld Cookbook is pretty good value. It's a 1 mana card. Tap, discard a card, create a food token. You can pay for tap to return target, tap and sacrifice it. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. The problem with this card is it's a lot of dirtling. You need the food out. If you got no food, then it doesn't really do a whole lot. There's a little bit of a pain to get it in play because you do have to discard cards. So it does work when it works, but if it don't work, then it don't work. I'm going to put this in the A tier. It's also the problem that a lot of the decks that play as Murano just sort of don't do anything. That's the downside. So you can be really interactive, but are very bad at actually trying to kill your opponent. And other decks that are just like, I'm a Storm deck. I don't really care what you're doing. Just fly right over. Summer says, VV is bonkers. Is bonkers with curiosity effects. New CEDH is it Commander Shirley. The 3 mana 0/3 wizard. Pay 0, add X mana in any combination of blue and or red, where X is VV Ornithur's. Is it Ornithur? Ornithur's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on VV and deals 1 damage to each opponent. Sick card. I mean, have we found... Is it broken already? Did the card already get broke? Did they figure out like the perfect VV card? I imagine for the next 2 or 3 months, we're going to be looking at tons of different VV cards. Would not actually be surprised if competitive play tries to make some use out of this card. It's going to be in a few interesting months. I will preemptively... This might not age very well, or it might age perfectly, but I'm going to put VV at S tier. I mean, this is a sort of blind guess. This is going to be something. Well, Vivi is usually short for Vivian, but I actually don't know the gender of this particular creature. Couldn't tell you. I don't know the lore to Final Fantasy that deeply. Okay, next up. Steve Cooper with Skill Borer. What are you borrowing around here? And a dono for chat. You got it, Steve Cooper. The Skill Borrower is a 3 mana 1/3 human wizard. Play with the top card of your library revealed, and as long as the top card of your library is an artifact or creature card, the Skill Borrower has all activated abilities of that card. Oh, only the activated abilities. It's too bad you couldn't copy that whole text box, like leaving an Emrakul on top or something like that. Does that help? I don't know the full ramifications of this card. Very dirtily, but you're in blue. So you're in blue, you can stack anything on top of your deck. I just don't know how you break this thing. Because it has to be an activated ability, which you still might have to pay costs for. Like, what's the best tap thing that you could do with this thing? And then otherwise, why not just put that card into play next turn? You do have all activated abilities. It reminds me of that goblin. What was the goblin called? Smog? No. Mog something? No. The goblin. There's a goblin that does something similar to this, but it's cheaper. Has less toughness, more power. Sure for ourselves, to answer your question, Nikachu, I don't think Lyra is currently played in CEDH, but it's making waves in Lotus Field combo and Pioneer at the moment. Good tea. Oh yeah, do you know what? I think I even played against that card once. Destroyed me. We did Scornful Egotist. Conspicuous Snoop is what I was thinking of. So this is just like a more awkward statted Conspicuous Snoop. C tier. All right, Steve Cooper is very generous to give a super chat. Give it to Alan. He's in Geralf. Geralf. I know zilch about Final Fantasy lore, except that people seem to be fond of Tifa's feet. Where are you learning about that lore, old boy? Which forums do you hang out on where they talk about Tifa's feet all day? Okay, Giza and Geralf is a 4 mana 4/4 human wizard. When it enters, mill 4 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a zombie creature spell from your graveyard. It's not bad. Doesn't have any, so it has at least a semi-useful ETB. I think it's pretty expensive for what it does, but it gets you really good value so long as this card sticks onto the battlefield. And honestly, you can't underestimate mill X, like mill anything. Milling is a pretty big deal because it just fuels your deck, fuels your graveyard for all sorts of other synergies. So I think this is a very reliable B tier card. Which is a little expensive. If it was like 3-ish mana, we did Scornful Egotist. You people, we did Scornful Egotist. Look, it's here. It's right there. You want me to get an arrow pointing to the damn thing? Next, oh no, we have, okay, that was the super chat. Let's freebie this one up with, okay, Surefire Selves wants a card now. Tishana's Tide Binder. I'm probably going to look pretty biased, but I don't think I'm that biased. This is a 3-mana 3/2 Stifle on a Merfolk Wizard with Flash. Enters the battlefield, counter target up to one target activated or triggered ability. If an ability from an artifact, creature, or planeswalker is countered, then it loses all abilities for as long as you have Tishana's Tidebinder. This card has saved my ass so many times, I can't explain. And this sees play in Standard. I'm sure this sees play in Commander. I think this sees play in Vintage. Like, it is just a multi-format all-star instantaneously. Look, you have to beat Merfolk with Merfolk. You have a problem with Thassa's Oracle, Tishana's Tidebinder. Counter that stupid ETB. Let that player lose to decking themselves next turn. S tier. Give me Merfolk cards, I'll probably put them in S tier. Probably. Tresaru with Archmage's Emirates. Archmages. Did I get this right? Archmage. Oh, Emeritus. Okay. We both were spelling it wrong. 4-mana 2/2 human wizard, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. Pretty powerful effect. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell. My only problem is if you're at the point where you're copying cards, is this like win more from there? But very, 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 very strong effect. I mean, this also goes into like those sort of storm shells. I don't know if this is win more enough. It's 4 mana. It's quite a lot of mana to put in, say, like to put in a storm deck, because they usually make a big deal out of making their spells cheaper, not more expensive. Anyway, I'll put in the B tier. Very, very strong if you can pull it off. Next super chat from Pabno. Wizards, half of Merfolk, the Vidalian Hexcatcher. Vidalian Hexcatcher, 2-mana 1/1 Merfolk Wizard with Flash. Other Merfolk you control get +1/+1, and if you sacrifice a Merfolk, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. I play with this card a lot. This card sees no play outside of Merfolk. So it's very restricted to the Merfolk archetype. Now, another thing about this card is it's really small. This 1/1 gets chewed up so easily by anything that deals 1 damage. Lava Dart, Ren and 6, Bowmasters, fire. It like basically gets eaten up by all those things. Now it can buff up other creatures. That's fine. It can come out at flash speed. That's fine. But by itself, not very, very strong. Requires a lot of other creatures to help it. Very good versus combo decks, though. I do like it in that regard. Not very good versus aggro. I will put in the B tier. This is a very nice card for Merfolk. Not very flexible for anything else, though, unfortunately. See, look, I'm objective. I put the Hexcatcher in B tier. Proof I'm objective. AL. Lighthouse Chronologist. Can anyone tell me, like, is this card, when we get it, is this card any good anymore? Or is this just a big Timmy card? Come on, Lighthouse Chronologist. I know you're in there. Open the door, Lighthouse Chronologist. The light is on. Can I find it now? There we go. It's a 2-mana Lighthouse Boy is effectively banned in brackets 1 to 3. Is it? Is this a game changer? It doesn't say game changer anywhere here. Okay, well, I guess that says something. It's not a fun card to play against. It's a 2-mana 1/3 with level up. You get to level 4 to 6. I mean, who cares? But when you get to level 7, at the beginning of each end step, if it's not your turn, you take a turn. So, I mean, in Commander, you take a turn everywhere. This card sees no play in competitive play. I always looked at this card like, wow, An extra turn every other turn. That's powerful stuff. It technically doesn't chain extra turns, it weaves them. That is true. So I get a turn, you get a turn, I get a turn. But I'm getting more turns than everyone else. You know what it is? I didn't think about it like that, but this is basically Prophet of Crufix. It's mono blue Prophet of Crufix. I don't know, does anyone disagree? It's like I basically get to untap my lands every single turn. Get to play more cards. It's not a game changer, but it's kind of in the same boat with all the unfun in Commander cards. Then why is it I can't? Oh, it's an extra turn card, so I'm not. So it's not a game changer, but you're not allowed to play with extra turn cards. Anyway, Lighthouse Chronologist, you're just annoying to casual players. B tier. You're a pretty powerful card, though. You are powerful. You just people don't like playing against you. That's all. Should have been more fair. Core Spirit Dancer. This is also another frustrating card. It's 2 mana, 0/2. Gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. Whenever you cast an aura spell, you may draw a card. This gets a lot of value. So basically, if you don't do anything, and sorry, like if I'm playing with Core Spirit Dancer and I start playing auras, and you don't do anything to kill my Core Spirit Dancer, you're dead. This thing's gonna get super big. I'm gonna get a lot of cards off of it. In fact, I might even equip my Core Spirit Dancer with Hexproof. You're gonna have to destroy the auras instead. That being said, super vulnerable card. You play your first aura, okay, you draw a card, kill Core Spirit Dancer. The whole strategy folds instantly. So this is a very high, it's way too high risk, way too high reward strategy. C tier. Next up, let's get. I'm taking a survey of what super chats we have here. Glenn Alendra Archmage. I like this card a lot. Alendra. Glenn Alendra. By the way, did you know Glenn Alendra is not even the name of the card? Apparently, Glenn Alendra is like the name of the clan or the group or something. That's why it's not legendary. This is just an Archmage of the Glen Alendra. I got that right, huh? I think. There's a lot of Glen Alendras out there. Anyway, there's a 4 mana 2/2 fairy wizard flying. Pay a blue, sack it, counter target non-creature spell, but it's got persist, which means it's going to come back, which means you can counter more non-creature spells. Very strong card. Only problem is that very blue. Yes, because otherwise it would be a comma before the Archmage. Ah, look at that. Grammar for the win! I like this card so much. Unfortunately, it's not broken, but it's just a really good utility card. A tier. Very strong utility card. Used to see competitive play a long time ago, but sort of pushed out because 4 mana. 4 mana is a lot of mana. For 4 mana, you better win the game these days. Okay, we're going to rank more wizard cards, but we do have to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite place to buy Magic the Gathering cards. Also dice, if I also need to buy dice, because that's the deal of the week, 20% off all dice. Is it? Still 20% off all dice? No, sorry, 25% off playmats. Look at all those neat playmats. And not to mention, you can get Final Fantasy cards. I forgot, that's the sound effect of Final Fantasy. We have some sound effects from Final Fantasy here that don't get me copyright striked. Get your Final Fantasy cards while they're, I mean, they're hot. They're going fast. They're flying like hotcakes. And maybe they're flying like hotcakes because people are using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And it supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online on Magic Online, the digital platform I play Magic on. And you have access to all formats and all decks when you're renting the cards with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZAX. Sorry, ZAX. For you Americans out there. The Americans. All right. Raznab, Teferi. Oh, I love this card. Mage of Zalafir. This used to be like a one of in a competitive deck at one time. like in the sideboard. 5 mana, 3/4 with flash. Creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash, and each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. So at end of turn, they basically, if you play this at end of turn and it sticks, then they're paralyzed. Or like what you own the end of turn. You own the stack. In fact, everyone's playing at Hearthstone speed while you're playing in the future. I love Teferi. I don't know why people don't play this card. It's not that popular. Unfortunately, it's just too clunky, or you're just not going to make any use out of it. Also, playing creature spells at instant speed, that's sort of worthless to a lot of blue decks. So I'm going to have to put this in B tier. I love this card, though. Huge fan. Huge fan of this Teferi, specifically. Let's get to Alan. Draneth Magistrate. To make people cry. It makes a lot of people cry. This is a very underrated card. 2 mana for a 1/3. Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Obviously, very good in Commander because they can't play their namesake card. The whole point that they built their deck around. I wouldn't be as offended because I actually build my deck so I can play the deck. I don't really care about playing the Commander. It's not as important to me. But also just very good outside of Commander. You can't cast spells. So you can't play spells from exile, for example. So there's a lot of red decks that will exile cards from the top of their deck. You can play those cards until end of turn or until your next turn. Draneth Magistrate also puts an end to that. You can't cast spells from the graveyard. Like it's a pretty versatile, underrated card overall, in my opinion. Really nice. S tier. Super powerful creature they gave to white. Well, this card right here would break almost all of my decks. See, that's the thing. Too many people are all in on their Commander. Build better decks. Don't depend on your Commander. I build my deck assuming my Commander is going to be dead. Abzo with Hope. Hope S theme. What is that? S theme? This card looks cool. 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. That sounds dirtily as hell. And you're probably going to help them too. Milling is a very, very, very double-edged strategy. You could mill them out. You could also just fuel their graveyard. I think this is... Okay, I have to be proven to this. This card has to be proven to me. C tier. Very... It's got something going on there. It's cheap. Like, it's affordable. It's got lifelink itself, but it's sort of like a very hard strategy to pull off, and it could backfire badly. Yeah, lifelink and mill made one. Yeah, two janky strategies brought together to make the super jank strategy. Especially in Commander, is milling even a thing? Christopher B with Wizards of the... Is this a real card? Of all the cards you're suggesting... This is a real card. It's banned everywhere, too. Legal in Commander. Oh, it's a sticker card? When this creature enters, you may put a name sticker on it. Well, I heard enough. You may put a name sticker on it. Look at the top X cards of your library, or X is the number of unique vowels on that sticker. I'm not really even going to finish reading this because I will not be able to comprehend what this card does. You're banned for being annoying. So you're going to go to the D tier with the ego test. Your ego got too big over there. A little bit too big. Elixir with Krovikan Elementalist. So Krovikan Elementalist. This is a classic wizard. Okay, we got black for a 1/1. It's got the activated ability of 3 mana. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Oh, it's all terrible already. Double blue, target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. Sacrifice that at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. We got back-to-back D tier cards. Ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back D tier. Crazy. Kano, Marilyn of the Morn Song. Marilyn of the Morn Song. It's not bad. 3 mana, 2/3 Elf Wizard. Players can't draw cards. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player loses 3 life, searches their library for a card, puts into their hand, then shuffles. So the value to this card is you want to combo this card with some card that says your opponents can't search their libraries, so they don't draw any more cards. So very, very strong combo. Very, very strong combo card. And there's quite a few cards out there that prevent people from searching their libraries. A tier. It's a good card. Next, let's take one from Pacers fan, Gandalf the Grey. You want all the Gandalfs. Pacer has like a bunch of other super chats for Gandalf. Okay, 5 mana for a 3/4 Avatar Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You can tap or untap target permanent. That's good. Gandalf the Grey deals 3 damage to each opponent. That's also good. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You can choose new targets with the copy. That's great. Put Gandalf on the top of its owner's library. Only problem with this card is it's 5 mana. So you cast instant and sorceries. You can deal damage. You can copy them. Yeah, so the only problem is that this is a 5 mana card. I like it. I think it's a pretty neat card. It's just a little... It's very versatile. But 5 mana. Sort of in that Teferi Mage of Zalafir range, where it's pretty expensive, but I mean it does some good things when you get there. Vivia's been done. Vivia's right over here, looking at you, those big beady eyes. Nova, Tamio. Well, this is gonna be an easy one. Tamio, Inquisitive Student. This card is gonna get banned in some format soon. It's a blue 0/3 flyer. When it attacks, you make a clue token. If you draw your 3rd card, which is not hard to pull off at all, turns into this insane planeswalker, where you can shrink the creatures, return instants from your graveyard, and draw cards equal to half the number of cards in your library. You've got to be kidding me! Easy S tier. Easiest S tier in my life. You know what? I have like a problem with this Tamio. I love this art. I am not a fan of the backside art, but then you go to the other Tamio. I sort of like this art. It's just not as blue as I want it to be, but I love the backside art. I love the backside. Like I'm more of a fan of whoops. This front side. I just like how blue it is. Basically. S tier. Oh, Chum Meatball, you want to be part of the show? Chum Meatball. Come! Chum Meatball, come! Chum Meatball's close by. She's crying. Okay, next up. I think it's time to give a super chat. We'll give one to... There's so many super chats. This show's going to go on for a while. Magus of the Tabernacle. Magus of the Tabbies. 4 mana is 2/6 Human Wizard. All creatures have at the beginning of your upkeep sack this creature unless you pay 1. This card is so bad compared to like what it's copying, because the original Tabernacle is just a land. Like, good luck beating that. But this is a lot easier to beat. It's clunky at 4 mana. It has a very powerful effect, but you're gonna have to pay 1 mana just to keep itself in play. Didn't say even all other creatures. You know, the Tabernacle affects you too. It's too bad. Very powerful effect put on very expensive card. Like, you could be like, another problem at 4 mana against the decks you want Tabernacle against. You could be dead versus those decks already. It could be a problem. Tabernacle only destroys though, not sacrifice. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack. Oh yeah, that's right. Tabernacle. Only destroy. I don't think that's going to be a big problem for us. Hollow 8. Rona. Herald of Invasion. This card. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, untap Rona. Tap, draw a card, discard a card. And then for 5 mana and a Phyrexian, you get to transform it. I don't know if anyone ever transforms this card versus me. Whenever a source deals damage to Rona to layer an Obliterator, that source's controller exiles a card from their hand at random. It's a land card. You can put it onto the battlefield under your control. No, blah, 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 blah. You really want this card from the beginning. for its, you know, casting legendary spells, untapping, drawing, discarding. I don't remember how the combo works. There's a combo based around this card, though, because it taps and untaps the entire time. I don't remember. I know there's a combo deck. It exists. And for that reason, maybe it's B tier worthy. I'm going to put it in A tier. I got wiped off the face of the earth by this combo deck. It's very difficult to beat. It was janky, though. B tier. Okay, B tier. It was a janky combo deck. I don't know if it saw the light of day afterwards. Hey, Rotom. It has been a while. It's been a while for everybody. Welcome back. All right, next we've got... everyone's got at least one super chat at this point. Steve Cooper, how have we not done Snapcaster Mage? We have not. The classic. The OG. Oops, where am I? This used to be the boss. The 2-mana 2/1 flash. When it enters the battlefield, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. Card is still very good. You know what? This card is very versatile for Commander, and still sees play competitively in the competitive formats. Just way less than it used to be. These days, like, a lot of the creatures are your spells. Things like Solitude, for example, and actually depending on spells is not so good. And 1 toughness is not what it used to be. Still, so this would have been like super S tier. I think it's still fine that we put this in S tier, though. Very close to going to A tier. I mean, if you asked me a year ago, I would have just said it was A tier. This card is coming back, though. It's coming back into style. It's coming back into style. Exonort Golbez. By the way, for people that don't know, no, NCY means no card yet. For anyone who hasn't got a card, let me know. Golbez. Crystal Collector. Oh, was it Mox Amber, Rona, Retraction Helix, Infinite Mana? I think that was one combo. There's many others. Okay, this is a 2-mana 1/4 human wizard. Whenever an artifact you control enters Surveil 1, at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Now, if it brought the card to the battlefield, that would be very strong. Bringing cards back to your hand, not nearly as strong. You might be able to perform some loops with artifacts. 2-mana artifact deck also... Well, I guess it's not unheard of. I mean, if you have an appropriate enough artifact deck, you can play all the colors. I'll put this in the B tier. I think does some clunky things. Benovsky, thank you so much for your super chat. Artful Looter. For Artist Tribal. 3 mana for a 1/2, tap, draw a card, discard a card. Whenever a permanent comes into play that shares an artist with another permanent you control, untapped Artist Looter. That sounds terrible. Even though this is an uncard, this sounds bad. So you need another Heather Hudson card. How many Heather Hudson cards are left to untap this card? Comes to play, it shows an artist with another permanent. Oh no, it could be other permanents, but then that's even worse. That's even worse. D tier. Even based on unset quality, not powerful enough. But we got Ikaya with a Edelweiss, the Cinder Wind, the Cinder. What the hell is this card? I still have some coffee. I'm huge on decaf lately. This card real? Yeah, it is. Adelize the Cinderwind. Awesome art. 3 mana 2/2 flying haste. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, wizards you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. For the lightning fast wizard deck. Now, my problem with this card is that wizards aren't really an aggro creature type. Like, they're more control-y and tricky. So, like, getting in with the wizards sounds insane. Also, you need enough spells to pull this off. So this is just basically a poor wizard card or a poor prowess card, because this is more of a prowess card than anything else. I mean, I guess it's like for a prowess deck. That I think that's very hard to pull off, though. It's got to be. It has to be like for a prowess deck or bust. C tier. In the appropriate, like the problem I have this in a prowess deck. I mean, I guess if you have enough prowessy cards in Commander, maybe you could make that work. But it sounds almost insane to go for make a prowess deck. Heather Hudson has 187 magic cards. You use it to untap Hermit Druid. Interesting. Okay. We got another super chat from Pabno. Thassa's Oracle. Everyone. The card that needs no introduction. In fact, so many people know what this card does. I'm not even going to read it. You are the most efficient. You're the greatest merfolk trader of all time. S tier. Yeah, just an S tier level card. Put the games away. A Blackbird, Rowan. Scion of War. Brain, I remember Nikachu's music. Also, Brain, I have no idea where. It's Winter, Earthbound, from Earthbound. Rowan, Scion of War is a 3-mana 4/2 human wizard with Menace. Tap spells you cast this turn that are black and or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. This looks terrible to me. Spells you cast this turn are black and or red. Sorry, that are black or red. So you get a discount. You have to tap this card to get a discount based on how much life you lost. And you can only activate this ability as a sorcerer. What's with all the restrictions on this card? Massive restrictions. It's like, why can't we have fun? C tier. Just a little too restrictive. It's like, okay, you have to deal a lot of damage to yourself. That's step one. Then you have to tap this at sorcery speed, and then you get to do the thing. So they could like easily... Is this CEDH playable? Are you serious? I'd be very surprised. Or maybe I shouldn't. I guess there's a lot of cards in CEDH where, like, if your opponent does not deal with it, like, I guess it just doesn't matter. It gets back to your turn, you just win. Is Rowan, Scion of War, is a CEDH viable? Screw it! This card is so bad out of CEDH. Like, it cannot even see play in Standard, alright? That's how bad I think this card is. That the weight falls down. It's going to C tier, and that's my final decision. Okay, let's get another card from Pabno. Spreading Merfolk in each turn. The Vidalian Mystic. What the hell is this? Vidalian. I thought I knew every Merfolk. Scryfall. A little clunky today. You know, so many people are having so much fun today. I think we'll extend this show. This is gonna be a long show today. 2-mana 1/1. Target instant or sorcery spell becomes the color of your choice. That is bad. That is super bad. This card does nothing, and you actually have to put some effort into doing nothing. Most cards by default are at least 25 cents. This is 13 cents. D tier, easily. Turiat Zur, the Enchanter. I think this card is insane. 4-mana 1/4 flyer. When it attacks, you may search your library for an enchantment card with mana value 3 or less. Putting it onto the battlefield? Broken. I think that's just broken. Anyway, I think this card's great. I think the card is very good. You don't get any ETB out of it, though. A tier. Very, very strong. Oh yeah, take that, Red Elemental Blast. My card is white now. Or Blue Elemental Blast, for that matter. Or you're thinking about the Eternal Schemer? Okay, hold on. We can delete this one. Let's get Zur, the Eternal... Zur... Here, we'll delete it. The enchanter didn't exist. It's not bad though. It's not that bad. We'll just put it back here. There we go. It's back. It's better than ever. Do I have to just look up Zur? Is it just Zur Eternal Schemer or something like that? There's so many Zur cards. Zur. I'm just gonna. Should I look up Schemer? Schemer. What is this card? There we go. It is Zur Eternal Schemer. 3 mana, 1/4 human wizard, flying. Enchantment creatures you control have Death Touch and Lifelink and Hexproof. And for 2 mana, target non-aura enchantment you control becomes a creature in addition to its other types and has base power and toughness, each equal to the mana value. This card is seen playing in Standard. This card is seen playing in Pioneer because it can turn a lot of really big enchantments that are discounted into creatures that are attacking with Lifelink. That is nuts. And it's on curve. Like, it's not too expensive. The whole package is like pretty reliable, and it's like a really good blocker on the ground. This is weirdly an S tier card. Very good. Okay, who has so many no cards yet? It's Lestian. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob a wizard? What the hell? What is going on here? Oh, it's Joda the Unifier. Why did they give Joda SpongeBob? Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Basically, Cascade. Basically, 5 mana Cascade. You have access to everything. So okay, this is our Joda card. Could be S tier. I'm gonna put in A tier. It's pretty safe over there. This looks so out of place. These tier lists are gonna look really weird in the future when we get enough Universes Beyond cards into the game. It's just gonna be super weird. Next up, Elixir with Goblin Electromancer. A very reliable. What the hell is this art? I'm not tolerating that. Okay, 2 mana, 2/2. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Still good. Very good for storm decks. Reduces the cost of your spells. Downside, it's a very fleshy creature. I mean, you can just kill it, and then it does nothing. You can even do it in response to the spell that they're casting. So for that, it's a reliable card, but it's not what it used to be. It does no other abilities. There are other cards out there like Ral, and there's another guy out there that has like some additional abilities in addition to this ability. So it's fine. It's fine. Speaking of this, Ral. See, here we go. Ral Monsoon Mage. Let's get Pedgeman's card here. Oops. Ral Monsoon. Because there's 2 parts to this. All right, so your spells cost 1 less to cast. It's a 1/3, which is better on defense, which is what you need anyway for a storm deck. And when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you flip a coin. If you lose the flip, you deal 1 damage to yourself. If you win, you can choose to transform it, and it does a lot of stuff. This is a good. You're gonna win the game. It's basically say if you play a lot of spells and you flip it, it's gonna have a lot of loyalty, and you're gonna win the game. That's all I'm gonna say. So this card is a level up from Goblin Electromancer, A tier. Doesn't win the game by itself, but it's much better. Okay, next super chat. Got one from Alan. Rata Drabic of Urborg. Rata Drabic. This is a 4 mana 3/3 zombie wizard with Vigilance and Ward 2. Other zombies you control have Vigilance. Whenever another legendary creature you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's not legendary, and it's a 2/2 black zombie in addition to its other types. Whenever another... Oh, you control dies. This is a very interesting card. The Vigilance actually is super good for a deck like this. Or sort of not. Like, there's some zombies that block. There's some zombies that can't. I should say not some. There is a lot of zombies that can't block out of all this. Hard for me to evaluate. I sort of like it, but I just don't know where it stands. I'm going to put in the B tier. B tier, not bad. May not be great either. But it's not bad either. Have I seen did we not do your super chat? I don't see it in queue. What was your super chat? I see these are the super chats I have in queue. Maybe we did your super chat already, or I accidentally clicked it off, but I don't think so. What was your card? We have so many no cards yet. Samuel Kafka, Court Mage. I'm gonna have to rename this show 2 hours of rating wizard cards. Okay, we have a 5 mana 4/5 human wizard. Whenever Kefka enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. And then for 8 mana, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. Transform Kefka. Turns into Kefka, Ruler of Ruins, a 5/7 flyer. And whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. It's a lot of card draw. I think this is a lot of work to get online, though. So you can't transform it until you have 8 mana. Oh, sorry. ETB, you get that value. Okay, that value actually is very important. Enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card discard this way. All right, I think this card has a little bit to prove, but I'm willing to give it A tier. I don't think I can give it A tier. It's a bit expensive for what it does. Okay, I'm gonna put it B tier, but it could be A tier. Definitely not S tier. Did Bell respond? Note that Kefka sees double type cards as 2 types. Oh, interesting. That's also interesting. Well, then people won't put those in the discard, I guess. Okay, I see a lot of love for Void Mage Prodigy. In fact, I'll give a super chat sound effect for this thing. Even though there was no super chat. The invitational card, a blue 2/1 human wizard. Blue sack a wizard. Counter target spell. And it can also be morphed, although no one's going to be morphing this thing. Unfortunately, this card sucks. Look, I've tried to make it work, people. I am Void Mage Prodigy's greatest fan. I tried to make... This has not seen any play anywhere in competitive play ever. Ever. It's just impossible to pull off. It's just too clunky, unfortunately. I love the card. Usually you have to sack it. The problem is, like, the first thing that happens when this thing's on the board is they just kill it. They just look at it and say, you must die. And then it dies. And then it doesn't do anything. Okay, Bell, apparently this mystical super chat. I have a feeling it just didn't go through. Go look at your bank statement. The super chat wasn't sent. Okay, Goblin Wizard. This is awful. It's a 4 mana 1/1. Tap, you can put a you can put a Goblin permanent card from your hand into play. Pay a red. Target Goblin gains protection from white until end of turn. This is not good, but it's not that bad either. Especially since a lot of Goblin cards give other Goblins haste. So you can very realistically play this and immediately put, like, what's called what's the big goblin? It starts with an M. I want to say it's like Magus or Muscus. I can't remember what the red Muxus. That's right. It's not Muscus. It's Muxus. So yeah, you could throw a Muxus in play or something like that. But it's still 4 mana. And like red, Goblins doesn't have that much trouble getting the cards in play. So this is almost feels like win more, but I'll put in the B tier. Weird that this is a wizard. Because it performs spells. Okay. Pacers fan forever with Gandalf the White. Gandalf the White. 5 mana 4/5 flashed me. You may cast legendary spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. If a legendary permanent or an artifact entering or leaving the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Card's amazing. I mean, it has so much going for it. So flash speed, hold up your mana. Then you can cast other cards with flash speed, and then you double your triggers, which is beautiful. S tier. It's a very, very nice card. Doesn't see any doesn't see any competitive play though. Did we not do Kefka, or is there a second Kefka? Gillum. Do we have like the whole crowd out today? I feel like there's a lot of no cards yet, people. Okay, Gillum. Sten. Paranoid Partisan. Sorry, Partisan. Okay, it's a 2-mana 2/2 human wizard. Enters the battlefield, choose a card type other than creature or land. I choose artifact. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast, and for 3 mana, exile it. Exile it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Oh, so you can like flicker it away. But what does it do? What does this card do? So it reduces the type. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. So it's like a Goblin Electromancer, but for a card type that may not be that necessary. Or I guess, what is it? It's more like sort of a bad medallion, right? It's a bad medallion that can blink itself. And I guess you can rename what you can rename the card type when it comes into play. C tier. Boros Reckoner from the Big Squig. Boros coming to wreck us all. 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. And for a red, Boros Reckoner gains first strike until end of turn. This card used to be really good. Now it's just sort of really bad. I don't know what to say about this guy. It has like some combo potential if you can like, I don't know, Earthquake the board, or you have to deal a lot of damage to your creatures, and then you can redirect that damage to like whatever you want. But that also requires like, you know, dealing a lot of damage to the board. And this ability is the most useless ability in all of Magic. It gains first strike until end of turn. So if you use the first strike, then you kill off the creature and it doesn't deal any damage to the Boros Reckoner. Anyway, it used to be really good a long time ago. Now it's just sort of like a mopey card. C tier. So long, Stephen Cooper. Thanks for joining us today. Let's take a super chat from Elixir. Andrios Roaming Explorer. Andrios. It's a pile of rocks? 6 mana for a 4/3 wizard with reach. As long as Andrios is attacking, tapped creatures you control with base power and toughness 4/3 have base power and toughness 16/9. Tap, add Wooburg. Creature spells you spend this mana to cast have their base power and toughness become 4/3. Why? I don't get it. Why? As long as it's attacking, tap creatures you control with base power and toughness 4/3 have. So you make 4/3s that turn them into 16/9s. It's a this card hurts me in confusion. I'm putting this in the D tier. I have no idea where it belongs though. It's such a weird card. You cast cards to become 4/3s, and then they become gigantic. I have no idea how that card works. Bryce wants Apprentice Wizard. Oh, this card, 3 mana 0/1. Pay a blue, tap, add 3 mana. It's like it's sort of a janky card. It's weird blue ramp. Yeah, I'll just say it's weird blue ramp. C tier. For the deck that wants it. I would not suspect that the deck playing Apprentice Wizard is a reliable deck. Like if you need the 3 mana, this is like budget Grim Monolith, you know? Or budget, not even Basalt Monolith, effectively. Or it's even worse than that, because you have to pay a blue to get the mana. You got to be paying around here. Maddie Matson, Spellseeker. Oh, and we have to get to the super chat. Okay, well, I better do this one. Spell Seeker. 1/1. Oh yeah, when it enters the battlefield, you can search your library for an instant or sorcery card with mana value 2 or less. Reveal it, put in your hand. So reliable tutor for mostly commander, also for cube. It's good in that regard as well. So tutor is a tutor, A tier. Nothing wrong with tutors around here. Bell says meddling mage, and my first super was paid. I checked. All right, so it will end up in my bank account. I accidentally clicked off your super chat. Meddling mage. This card has historically seen a lot of play, but it's like really hit or miss. It comes and goes. It's a 2-mana 2/2, enters the battlefield, choose an online card name. Spells with the chosen name can't be cast. It's banned in Brawl. It's banned in... That's hilarious. I find that funny. And in theory, this should be really good in Commander, because you just name someone's commander, they can't cast it anymore. So it has seen a lot of competitive play over the past, but like currently it sees like none. I think 0. I'll put in the A tier anyway. The effect is really, really strong. Shuts off a lot of combo decks as well. So like you can shut off commanders. You can also shut off like the namesake combo card of somebody's deck, as long as you can name it. No reason for that to be banned. Some people, yeah, I guess it's banned in Brawl so people don't name the commander. But then why not ban in Commander? Is it a game changer? Did it change the game? Samuel says there's another Kefka. It's Dancing Mad. It's the second version of Kefka. It is the Joker version. 7 mana 6/6. During your turn, Kefka is indestructible, but is very soft and fleshy on everyone else's turn. At the beginning of your end step, exile a card at random from each opponent's graveyard. You can cast any number of spells from among cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. Then, well, that's good. So whatever for free, free is a good price. Then each player who owns a spell you cast this way loses life equal to half its mana value. This is a really powerful effect, but it's very expensive. At the beginning of your end step, but you probably get value immediately because it enters the battlefield, and well, while it technically doesn't have an ETB, it has an end of turn effect, so likely, so long as people don't kill it, it'll be fine. B tier. Interesting to see how this card shakes out. The ability is, it's just clunky, that's all. It's 7 mana. 7 mana is a lot. It's just a lot to swallow here. Justin with Kylar wins Fury. And Linsa. Kylar. I feel like you're throwing at me out. Don't throw me 2 cards at once. Okay, hold on. Kylar? Oh, it was Kylar wins Fury. Kylar, where are you? Where's this card? Wins Fury. It's Kaikar. Okay. I guess I'll get the second half later. This is a 4 mana 3/3 bird wizard flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Sacrifice the spirit, get a red. This is an excellent card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, I don't know what to say about this. So, I mean, you could like just win with the creatures, or you could be like comboing off with this and get mana. I think it's I think for that reason, I think it's pretty neat. A tier. Do I hear my cat? I don't. My cat is just sleeping outside. Next up. Okay, who do we have? Voltlin is like waiting for a long time. Kitsa! The Otter Ball Elite. Everyone thank the super chatters. Because of the super chatters, we're going overtime. We're going super overtime in today's show. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 2 hours. We have Kitsa, Otterball Elite, a 2 mana 1/3 Vigilance Prowess creature. Tap, draw a card, then discard a card. Pay 2, tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if Kitsa's power is 3 or greater. So it's a very good looting machine. Great at attacking, has prowess. So, I mean, the beauty of this card is you get to attack, you can play spells, pump it up, and still tap it and get a lot of value out of it. And then, of course, you can copy your instants and sorcery spells. I believe this sees standard play. I don't know if it sees play anywhere outside of that. But it's a cute card, too. It's got a cute art. That's got to be worth something. A tier. Next up. Let's get... What the hell? Wizards of They? Oh, is that... Did we do this one already? Is this the Wizards of the... that we looked up? Oh, it's different. It's completely different. 4 mana for a 3/3 human wizard. Myriad. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. Expensive, though. This is like one of those cards, like, you know, it's so when it attacks, so you get nothing immediately. You're not comboing off. You're definitely not going to be casting your sorcery spells as though they had flash. And I bet that's pretty redundant if you are willing to combo off with this card. I mean, the effects are powerful. The problem is it's just too expensive for the effects. Well, let's get the middle guy. Middle guy looks like is up to something, up to no good. C for the clunky section. Felicia, Oracle of the Alpha. This is not even a real magic card. This is a fake card. 3 mana, 2/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, conjure the power 9 into your library. When Oracle of the Alpha attacks, scry 1. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It was printed in Mystery Booster 2, so this is a real card. Oh, but it's Acorn. Conjure the power 9 into your library. We still conjure the power 9 into our library. See? We can conjure cards. It's not the big problem. Just make some, like, tokens or whatever. What to say about this card? I can't remember. Okay, I know there were some Oracle of the Alpha decks that were sort of broken. Or there were decks. I think the idea was to blink your Oracle of the Alpha enough times that you put enough copies of the power 9 in your deck that you can just start drawing them like crazy. We talked about this card before. I can't remember that it was actually printed. Okay, whatever. Let's put this at S tier. Is it banned? Well, it's not banned in Alchemy. It can't be that good. I'm gonna put it B tier. This is like a janky combo card. I think it's just a janky combo card. It can't be that broken. Oracle of the Alpha was okay as a slow control payoff in Alchemy. Never that amazing. Yeah, I have revised my idea of my rating of this card. Next, Pabno. Okay, what are we missing? C tier. Benthic Biomancer. Oh, you think that's C tier? You think Benthic Biomancer is C tier? Blue 1/1 Merfolk Wizard Mutant. Adapt for 2 mana. So you can draw, if it has no counter, you put a counter on it. When one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Benthic Biomancer, draw a card and discard a card. The card by itself is actually just stone cold trash at this point. I mean, it's garbage. The advantage to this card is if you can put counters on it through some other card, then you keep looting. So that is where the value of Benthic Biomancer comes from, if you can get any value on it. I wonder, does Proliferate trigger this? I don't know if Proliferate works. I think of Proliferate like the counter just shows up. Like it increases, but doesn't get actually put on. Anyway, I can't give Benthic Biomancer any high rating. I gotta put in the C tier. You suck so much now. But honestly, I never really liked this card. Proliferate triggers it. Okay, so it's got that going for it. Okay, who else has no card yet? David. Oracle is a limited banger. That's right. Who the hell is playing with... I mean, I guess a Mystery Booster. Oblivious Bookworm. It's a bookworm, and they're oblivious. 2 mana, 2/3. At the beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card, unless a permanent entered the battlefield face down under your control this turn, or you turned a permanent face up this turn. What? What kind of jank is this? If you may draw a card, if you do, discard. So basically, at the beginning of your end, so we get to loot every turn. You know, looting for every turn for 2 mana is not bad. This extra crap on here seems terrible. So if I put a card face down or turn a card face up, we get to just keep the card, like a one-sided Howling Mine. Well, whatever. I'm still putting this into the C tier. I don't trust this card. But looting every turn doesn't seem bad. I might be underrating that card. Maybe it's B tier worthy. Kagan, Cecily. What about Cecily? Donate if already done. Oh, did we do this one? Haunted Mage. No, we didn't do it. We didn't do Cecily. This is a 4 mana 3/5 creature. Your maximum hand size is 11. It's a weird number. Whenever Cecily Haunted Mage attacks, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Then if you have 11 or more cards in your hand, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. It's free! And it's friends forever. So we get to pair this with another card for free. Ooh, that's pretty good. So for anyone who loves drawing cards, this is like a crappy reliquary tower. We attack, we draw a card, and we lose 1 life. And we get 3 parts of the color pie with friends forever. So you could, in theory, play all 4 parts of the color pie. I might be overrating this card, but I'm going to put in the A tier. I might be overrating this thing. I feel like in Magic, I need more tiers. There's so much nuance. Oh, you can't even see the A tier. Hold on. I'm gonna shrink myself so you can see the A tier. You can't even. The A tier is off the map. It's fallen off the map around here. Now who has no? John has no card. Princess Lucrezia. I'm going crazy. Whoa! 6 mana, 5/4. Tap to add blue mana to your mana pool. Scary. Scary mana producer. D tier. Easy. Okay, Justin, we're going to get the second half of this super chat. Linvala, Shield of Seagate. Oh, this card. It's 3 mana, 3/3 flyer. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, choose target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Until your next turn, it can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. But you can sacrifice it and choose hexproof or indestructible. Creatures you control gain that ability until end of turn. I don't know why this card doesn't see more play. I think this card is great. I mean, it's on par, if not maybe. I don't want to say it's like better than Selfless Spirit, but it's in the same category here. Like you can even protect yourself from exile spells. I think the card is neat. B tier. The card doesn't have enough results to go higher, but like I like this card. It really should say detain. Yeah, it should. Oh, can you rate those textless legendaries from the legend set? Straight to D tier. Well, they have to be wizards, though. Matthew Green. Ooh, Dorevi. One of the original wizards. Just a broken commander. Would be good in the 60 card, even with the useless activated ability. 3 mana, 2/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield or a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you can tap or untap target permanent. That means you can get more mana from your mana rocks. And for 4 mana, put Dorevi onto the battlefield from your command zone. Instant speed! I don't know if this card's broken anymore. There used to be like tons of Dorevi decks. A tier. Dorevi used to be like one of the default commander decks at the time. Not anymore. Got to win through combat. I might be underrating this card. Maybe it's S tier. All right, Pacers. Anala. Who the hell is Anala again? Archmage Ritualist at danger. Archmage Ritualist. Oh, we did that one. You got sniped. Sorry about that. Okay, we're gonna donate that one. Who has no card? Beautism. Keeper of the 9 Gales. Yeah, very cheaty command. Yeah, that owl is a very cheaty commander. Okay, this is a 3-mana 1/2 bird wizard flying. Tap 2 untap birds you control. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. I've played with this card, believe it or not. The problem with this card, it's so clunky. And another problem is a lot of the birds suck in this game. Now they've come up with a few some more better ones, like that. They're working on it. So and it also has summoning sickness. It's not like a zombie where you can just tap 2 untap birds and then return target permanent back to their hand. So ability is really strong, very hard to pull off. Wow, it's $4 now. I should sell out of my Keeper of the 9 Gales. I have them in foil, I think. I don't think anyone wants them in foil. C tier. Poor Keeper. Pabno. A tier is tricky. Tide Shaper? Could be. Tide Shaper is a good card. It's very restrictive to the Merfolk deck, though. Super restricted. It's a blue 1/1 with kicker of a colorless. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, target land becomes an island for as long as Tide Shaper remains on the battlefield. But it also gets +1/+1 for as long as an opponent controls an island. And that does not require the kicker to be played in order to get that +1/+1. I mean, if your opponent is playing a blue deck, then you just have a 1-mana 2/2. 1-mana 2/2, not very strong in this game, though. Mostly used in Merfolk decks to get island walk and to get rid of pesky utility lands like a Tabernacle or something. Yeah, outside of that, Tide Shaper, not strong for most decks. Very restricted. B tier. It's a good card, though. It's a good card for Merfolk. A tier is like a strong card, but not bananas strong. Next up. I know there's a lot of people out there who still got no card yet. Rotom with Rain Academy Chancellor. The Chancellor. What is this? 3-mana 1/1. Whenever you or a permanent you control is the target of a spell or ability controlled by one of your opponents, you may draw a card. And if Rain is enchanted, you may draw another card. I think I've seen this before, and I thought it was like pretty underrated at the time, and I still think this is underrated. I think this is very neat, and a lot of people target you for like no reason. Okay, it's probably C tier worthy. I'm putting in the B tier. I like this card. I like the effect. I think it's repeatable. You can get a lot of value out of it. Another Bell super chat. Thank you so much, Bell. We've got Slick Shot Show Off. Oh God, I hate this card. Which just goes to show how much I hate. Which goes to show how powerful this card is. 2-mana 1/2 Bird Wizard Flying Haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Slick Shot Show Off gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Plot for 2 mana. I think this is broken. Also, I think Wizards is out of their mind to print this card. Like this is a super powerful aggro card, and then the default strategy you have for cards like this is to block it. But you can't even do that because it has flying. What is the point of this thing? Basically, what this card says is, oh, do you have removal? Okay, you don't have to care. Oh, you don't have removal? You're not playing red or black? Well, screw you. You're screwed. Blocking is worthless, and you're going to die by, like, turn 4 easily. Anyway, I'm very upset about this card's existence. Basically the reason there's so many, and like it's taking all the formats by storm. It's taking over Standard, it's taking over Pioneer, it's taking over Modern. It's beatable though, but it can only get beaten by the removal decks. Slick Shot Show Off, showing off too much. I wish I could get banned for showing off. S tier. Unbelievable card. Keeper of the 9 Gales combos with Valley, Fled Collar, and some new Chocobo from the Final Fantasy set. Well, that's good for it. Oh yeah, the Chocobos are going to turn it on. Maybe this card is going to do better. Well, anyway, like it obviously hasn't proven itself. This is just in theory. This is all like in our imagination. We have to give it time to find out if it actually works. Henrik, the Docent of Perfection. Isn't that the backside? Not an. This is not a wizard. Disqualified. Interesting. Didn't know I have to disqualify a card on this show today. Turiat with Dark Confidant. My, how we've fallen from grace, Dark Confidant. You're going to be printed in Standard. And guess what? I don't think you're going to see any play. A 2/1 creature. You know, this card was good. So at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. If you can keep the game under control, that there is like nothing in play, this card is very good. If there's any aggro, if there's any creatures, you're going to get blasted off the face of the earth. Not to mention, this is such an aggro metagame in all the formats. So, and has 1 toughness. Can't survive anywhere. It's going to be put in Pioneer and be dead on the spot. I actually think this card is... It's so bad now. C tier. Honestly, it's probably B tier, but I'm just rubbing it into Dark Confidant. It's just aged like sour milk. Complete sour milk. Will we rehabilitate Emery, Lurker of the Loch? Ah, another one of those Merfolk Trader cards. Emery. I'm thinking of playtesting this card, actually, in my own Merfolk deck. 3 mana, 1/2. Oh, hold on. Music's about to run out. We need another card. So we need another song. Okay, we're good. 3 mana, 1/2. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. ETB, mill 4 cards. All those things are really good. Tap, choose an artifact card in your graveyard, and you can play that card this turn. So looping Baubles is great. Just playing any artifact from the graveyard is good value. It's like, this is like the modern day Snapcaster Mage, except not for spells, but for artifacts. And you can do it every single turn. And has more toughness than Snapcaster Mage, which is very relevant to like Magic these days. Show my cat. Cat's sleeping on the balcony. I'm not going to grab her. She'll just run away, and then I have to open the balcony again. Emery! S tier. Right next to Slick Shot Show Off. Next up. Makes sense that this show would go on for 2 hours. There are so many wizards. Yeah. There's so many wizards on the coast. A little bit of a jokesy there. Talithar, welcome. Oh, we did Glen Elendra. Sorry about that. Do a cat tier? We did one, actually. Is there any other no card left? People left? I think there's almost nobody. Oh, I don't know if we did Legion Loyalist. Legion Loyalist. Is that a wizard? It's a soldier. Talithar, that's 2 strikes. I guess we're going to go to Slick Shot Show Off, punishing me for not having enough flyers since 2024. Yeah, exactly. I know. Punishing me, too. Saz Catsroy, not a wizard, but can help birds. Oh, well. Today is Wizard Day. I think we did all the Kefkas. Or maybe not. You've been around here for a while. Okay, I guess we're going to no 2 cards yet. Spellstutter Sprite. I like this card a lot because it's blue. 2 mana, 1/1, flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, counter target spell with converted mana cost X or less, where X is the number of fairies you control. The only problem with it for this card is like getting the fairies. I actually think this is modern playable. Well, sorry. I think at one time it was modern playable, but it's a very strong card in Pauper. As you can see by the price, it's sitting at $3. The cheap Pauper players are pushing the price of Spellstutter Sprite up. Outside of that, probably useless in Commander because there's... Well, maybe not useless in Commander. It's probably still useful. There's a lot of 1 mana cards and 0 mana cards that you can snipe off with this thing. The only problem is like getting enough fairies in play to make this thing relevant. That's the issue. And most fairies, they're small and tiny and worthless. For the purposes of Pauper, I'll put this in the A tier. Is very good in that format. Is very, very good in Pauper. Justin says, let's dono to chat. You love this show that much. My God, the Wizards tier list. Michael Ing with the Shadow Mage Finkeltrader. Fortunately, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's actually not the Finkeltrader. It's the Shadow Mage Infiltrator. 3 mana 1/3 with Fear, which means it can't be blocked except by artifact or black creatures. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Unfortunately, aged. It wasn't even good back then. It's just, you know, honestly, I love cards like this where you attack and draw cards. I love it. It's just too much mana and it's involved in too many colors. And it can still get blocked by black and artifact creatures. So it's not even actually unblockable. I'd prefer if it had flying or something. C tier. It's interesting. There's not that many D tier wizards. Like, we didn't come across absolute rubbish trash. And another super chat. Henrik, the docent of perfection. I thought we just went to that and there's no wizard there. Insect horror. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue human wizard. But this is not a wizard itself. And the other side is an Eldrazi insect. This is not the Eldrazi show. Okay, okay. How about this, Henrik? I make you a deal. I'll rate this card. I have to rate it on how good of a wizard it is, and it's a very bad wizard. It is mostly an insect. I guess this is not the... Hold on, I gotta delete this picture. Let's go to the insect, because this is what it actually is. It's this thing. It's a very bad wizard. It's so bad it goes into the D tier. It's a terrible wizard. Very, very, very bad wizard. It should be in the not actually a wizard list. Fun thing to do, post random waifu cards that somehow fit the stream theme. Or, I don't know, we could have a waifu day, maybe. Yeah, I think the Dawson is the insect, not the person in the cage. It makes wizards. I bet it shows up when you look up for wizards on Scryfall. Okay, anyway. Talithard, you got a card here? You struck out twice. By accident. Talithar, you got anything? Talithar! Delver really let himself go, huh? Yeah. It's all those bugs he's been eating. I don't know, what the hell would it do? Okay, Thunder, I'm going to give you the last card. Nico. The Light of Hope. Yeah, Urza is like not a wizard. Yeah, I can't believe Urza is not a wizard. It's Nico, Light of Hope. 4 mana for a 3/4. When enters, create 2 shard tokens. Enchantments with 2 mana, sack the enchantment, scry 1, then draw a card. So slightly better clue tokens. Pay 2, tap, exile target non-legendary creature you control. Shards you control become copies of it until the beginning of the next end step. What the hell does this do? Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. What does this card do? Okay, we make shards. So we get 2 shards and enters the battlefield. You can pay 2, tap, exile target non-legendary creature. Then shards become copies of it. Oh, it's like we made a reflection of it. We made copies. This is dirtily as hell. I think this card is just dirtily. It's very interesting though. I like that you get the clues, but that's you have to pay a lot of mana to get them off online. C tier for Clunk. Okay, that's it. Just a smidge jank. It's probably fun to play though. This is our tier list. This is crazy. If you have any disputes, you can always let me know in the comments section below. Of course, thank you very much for being here, everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Did everyone have a lot of fun? Do you have any suggestions for the next tier list? Also, let me know in the comments section below. As usual, we do this weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thank you to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat, so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you very much to my coffee crew for being here today. People like Bob Talks Bridge, always in the background. Christopher B, The Big Squig, Kano, Jess, Toads, Quidizzle, Bell, Alex, Pabno, of course, Bryce, Michael Ing, Nolan, and so many more. So keep bringing those coffees, my coffee crew. We're going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.